What up everyone, it's your boy Xmanny87 here, bringing you another G.I. Joe Classified Series video, and what I have for you today is the Target exclusive G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Island Firefly action figure review. Before I get into everything, if you could please leave a thumbs up, like, rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel and I greatly appreciate it. Gotta give a big thank you to the homie, the Articulator, for scoring this for me at our local Target. Please follow him on Instagram for some sick-ass photography. He absolutely killed it with this Firefly pick here. Now, with that said, Firefly is one of my top 3 favorite Cobra characters next to Cobra Commander and Storm Shadow, so I absolutely love this character, as he just loves to blow shit up, and his figures always had the best accessories. Without further ado, I'm here to bring you another 1-2 punch episode of the Uncanny X-Man-y story time, and then we'll take a look at the figure. Firefly first debuted in both comics and action figure line in the same year of 1984. His first comic appearance was Marvel Comics under Larry Hama's G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero number 24, titled The Commander Escapes, and his first action figure was available in Wave 3. His story began during World War II, where his father, a plantation owner, saved a young Japanese officer who was the son of the Grandmaster of the Koga Ninja clan, who are rivals to the Arashikage clan. When his father died, the Koga clan adopted Firefly and trained him in becoming the first Outlander to attain the title of Full Master. He never allowed anyone to see him and was dubbed the name the Faceless Master. The upbringing to his background landed him on Cobra Commander's radar, who hired Firefly to infiltrate the Arashikage dojo and assassinate Snake Eyes. Firefly observed Snake Eyes' skills and realized he was no match for him in any form of combat. Firefly couldn't pull the task alone and informed Cobra Commander of another mercenary named Zartan. With Firefly's help, Zartan gained entry to the dojo compound, stole an arrow from Storm Shadow, then shot the arrow but accidentally killed Hardmaster instead, which then framed Storm Shadow in the murder of his uncle. Zartan was chased down by Storm Shadow and escaped in a helicopter with Firefly, but the damage was already done, as this left the Arashikage clan in ruins. Firefly's reputation grew and was officially a member of Cobra. Ironically, his first mission with Cobra brought him face to face with his old partner Zartan. This is where we get a first look at Zartan's holographic abilities. After a battle against the G.I. Joe team, Cobra Commander abandoned Firefly along with Destro in the swamps, and the two plotted revenge against their traitorous leader. This would lead to many problems down the line between Firefly and Cobra Commander, but for now, the two wanted to earn Commander's good graces, if he has such a thing, and followed a G.I. Joe C-130 transport plane, in which led to the discovery of Snake Eyes' whereabouts in the High Sierra Mountains, initiating an attack on his cabin, only to be thwarted by Spirit and Airborne. This made Firefly and Destro escape and make their return to Springfield, where an assassination attempt was made on Cobra Commander by his long-estranged son, Billy Kessler. All of the main core members of Cobra were involved in the tribunal deciding Billy's fate. However, he was set free by Storm Shadow before they reached the verdict. Sometime later, the Softmaster shows up in Springfield as he discovered the identity of the Hardmaster's killer. Since Firefly was involved in that, he immediately pursued him and was responsible for killing him alongside Ripcord's girlfriend Candy Apple, and put Billy in a coma, costing him a leg and an eye. Firefly continued to terrorize G.I. Joe in several battles around the world. When a mission with Dr. Mindbender on Cobra Island utterly failed, Cobra Commander returns after being replaced by an imposter and locks up those he considered traitors, including Firefly, in an old freighter, burying it beneath a volcano on Cobra Island. Firefly disguised his escape as he puts his uniform on the dead body of Serpentor, which was stored on the freighter by Dr. Mindbender, then using a damaged bat, aka Battle Android Trooper, he found and programming it to dig out onto the surface, leaving the others to die. In the events of Ninja Force, months later, Firefly returned, leading the Red Ninjas, who were formerly from the Arashikage clan. They swore vengeance against the now leader of the G.I. Joe Ninja Force Squadron, Storm Shadow, for Hardmaster's death still and the destruction of the clan. Firefly used his knowledge of all the clan's teachings and combined it with advanced tech as well as ancient arts, proclaiming himself as a new ninja hybrid, controlling all the ninjas under his control with a brainwave scanner on the abandoned Cobra Island, being guarded by not only Red Ninjas, but Cobra Bats and 2 Cobra Ninjas named Slice and Dice. G.I. Joe invaded the island, and it took Snake Eyes' imperviousness to mind control to break everyone free from the mental manipulation device. The Joes left the island, leaving Firefly's fate to the ninjas. What happened next is unknown, but Firefly wasn't heard from for years. And that's as far as we're gonna go, as then it goes to Devil's Due, which is non-canon, but just want to note that he took on a new alias codenamed as Snake Eater under the Phoenix Guard faction. More importantly, he does return return in Larry Hama's continuity under IDW Comics, which is canon, confirming he survived the events of Cobra Island and started feuding with Storm Shadow again. For specialties and abilities, Firefly is a saboteur whose expertise is demolitions and terror. He is insanely rich and has the luxury to afford an array of gadgets. Other traits are agility, stamina, stealth, swordsmanship, unarmed combat, weapons master, marksmanship, strategic leadership, and is highly intellectual. In other media, Firefly has appeared in 11 episodes of the G.I. Joe Real American Heroes animated series in the 80s, voiced by Transformers Grimlock voice actor Greg Berger. Also appearing in other animated projects such as G.I. Joe the Movie, Valor vs. Venom, Sigma 6, Resolute, and Renegades, with several of action figures made. In the live-action film G.I. Joe Retaliation, actor Ray Stevenson portrays Firefly. Firefly has appeared in a total of 146 issues. Over the years in the G.I. Joe franchise, Firefly became a household name, being infamous as one of the world's most feared saboteurs and mercenaries. Alright, so taking a look at Firefly. Now, is he cool? Is he worth the hype and all that surrounds him? I still don't know how I feel about this design. There are things I like and dislike. Mostly some of the design choices are dumb, and that's what bothers me. And I think the main problem is this clunky vest. I didn't think it would be that bad when I saw the product images. I know this was bothering some people, and I figured, hey, maybe in hand it's not going to be that bad, but actually, it really is. There's so many things I can point out that just does not complement this vest. First of all, as a saboteur, Firefly is supposed to be, one, very agile, so he's got to run away from explosions on time. This just looks like it's gonna really slow his ass down so much and might not escape a bomb that he plants. And what they did here was reuse the legs of Snake Eyes. I think Beachhead would have been the perfect legs to use because they're bulky enough. If they were on this body, his legs look strong enough to actually hold up this vest, so it would be more believable, you know what I mean? Now, this guy's pretty much a kit batch because he does use Snake Eyes' legs, Beachhead's arms and upper body, and the boots that they chose for him is a reuse of Destro, and I'm just like, huh? Like, the boots look like they would have a lot of weight to them, you know? It just looks like another thing that weighs him down. Why couldn't they give him just regular military combat boots, you know what I mean? So yeah, not totally sold on this look yet. Hopefully it grows on me. Now, taking a close look at the head sculpt, this is victory here. The G.I. Joe Hasbro team nailed it. I mean, they definitely did their research and definitely looked up what art style to base it off of. And yeah, this is sick. They definitely got it right here. And as you can see, look at those eyes, man. You just got a lot of expression going on. You can tell he's like angry behind this mask. And you do get some really cool texture along there in the padded area in the middle. On the sides, even better because you got the seams. And I like the padded areas right here on his ears. And that makes sense. He's always going to run away from explosions or being around them all the time. Yeah, I like the camouflage pattern right there. Do like the paint of the black and white camo. See, lift up that chin a bit. Definitely looks like he's yelling too. It's just overall, it's just amazing. As we take a close look at the vest, you could just see how clunky this is. My God. You see the collar piece in the middle right here is painted in a black. And then you got these explosives strapped onto him. They're painted in a solid black. And then at the bottom, you got the belt here painted in a metallic silver. But look at the rest of this vest. It's just so glossy too. That's another issue. And I know MCU Collector 24 did a video of a running change or factory error or whatever that case may be, and he ended up getting one that was matted and it looks so much better. But at least they could have used some dark gray around these areas, like the armored bits that you see, the trimming around this. Like this right here could have used some dark gray. You do see some cracks here, some like battle wear and tear, so that looks pretty cool. You can see it right here in the front as well. Then he's got these grenades or more strap of explosives on his shoulder right here. And I kind of wish for the upper torso they went with more of a first generation Firefly where he had the bandolier of explosives around his chest. That would have been much better. And this is pretty cool right here. He's got an armored shoulder pad. In the middle you got black paint and then the red Cobra logo on it with some battle wear and tear, some cracks there. So that looks really good. I do like that. Again, the arms are beachhead, so you got the seams on the side. Got some camouflage painted there. I do like the camouflage paint, like I said. And he's got the beachhead hands too. You can see some padded areas right there on the back of the sleeves. Then you got a lot of battle wear and tear right here on the front padding and on the back. So it looks like someone was really after his dick with a combat knife and his ass. The camouflage paint starts at the upper part of the thigh right there. You get some padded areas on the side of the thigh. Then looking at the rest of the legs, you know, the snake eyes legs, you got the knee pads right there. Nicely sculpted. And then the Destro legs, as you can see. I don't know if I could still get used to these boots on him, man. Maybe it will grow on me, but it just looks a little too armored up for him. Now for accessories, which is the most fun thing about this figure. I mean, the accessories are freaking awesome. You get 6 accessories in total. So starting off, we have his night goggles right here. And it's really cool, you know. Got a black and then, you know, the red lens. So that's pretty cool. Got this little antenna kind of thing. And you're just going to put it on his head. And then you can just have it resting on top of his head if you like, just like that. But if you want to cover his crazy green eyes, you could do that as well. Just push that down like so, and there you go. You can still see somewhat of skin exposed, but not as bad. Next up, he has this blaster, which is Nerf inspired. Actually, it is Nerf. On the other side, you got this peg sticking out that'll plug into the backpack. I'll show that off later. The blaster fits perfectly on either hand, but is best on the left hand since he has that vertical hinge. And next he has a Firefly drone, which is my absolute favorite accessory out of this set. This looks freaking cool. You got the fans right there at the top, the red eye painted right there. It's got some nice sculpting details on this. I really like it. Here's a look at the legs. They are articulate too, so that's pretty cool. Then next up he comes with these dynamites all wrapped up with a timer clock in front of it, which I believe it's a timer clock. It would have been nice if it was painted, but if you ask me personally, this was a dumb inclusion just because you have something that was used in the 1840s and is so obsolete right now. You got a drone here, and this is so highly advanced. His drone is the bomb. The hell does he need this for? However, he does have this slot right here, and I'll show you what it's used for. And in the promo images, it shows the drone carrying the dynamite. And you could just plug the feet in there like so. So he could do that, you know. I mean, another way you could use it, I guess you could just put it between the legs too. It's whatever you prefer, I guess. Next up, he comes with this remote control pad slash detonator for his drone. As you can see, he holds it in his hands nicely, so you could play something like this where he's just detonating the drone or something. Or have it displayed like this with both hands interacting with the accessory, so it can make it look like, you know, he's controlling the drone. And lastly, he comes with a backpack, and this looks really cool. And I do like the tools here because it pays homage to the first generation Firefly where that backpack had the tools, and it's painted here, so it looks nice. And the great thing about this backpack is it has lots of storage. So I'm going to show you how to store all the accessories on this right now. Now first off, in this backpack you can actually store the remote detonator inside here. So you're just going to match the circle and then it clips on right there. Then the dynamite explosive you would just plug in onto the bottom. You got this peg hole on the bottom corner right here, so you're just gonna plug in the blaster like so. Then you got these 2 peg holes right here, and that's actually where the feet of the drone is going to plug into. Then you're going to fold this drone down, and these 2 pieces that are sticking out are actually going to tab into here. So you're just going to fold that down like so. And now we're going to store this onto the back of the figure right here. And voila, now you got all the accessories stored onto the figure. And I really like that. You know, anytime all the accessories can be stored on a figure with nothing left out. Now to cover articulation with Firefly, his head moves that far up, which is really good actually, and then it moves that far down. He's got some great head tilting, so I like that. And it swivels and it rocks around. His arms move that far up, so they move up pretty nicely. You just gotta be careful because there's this pouch right here that it just feels like it just stops right there. But if you just dig in a little bit more, you can see that it goes up a little bit higher. He does have a butterfly joint that moves back that far and forward. It moves down all around. You got the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. That's great. You got the wrist swivel and the vertical hinge right here. On the other side, he has the traditional hinge. I know he's got a double diaphragm joint inside here, but with this vest, it is completely useless. I mean, if I go forward, that's all you're gonna get. And I just feel like whether I move it forward or back, I get this like resistance. As you can see, just bounce forward. And then he's got the waist swivel, and he does pivot, and it does rock around. For the legs, he's got the drop down thigh, so it drops that far down. it moves up that far, so pretty good. And it moves back that far, so that's really nice. And his legs spread that far apart, which is a full split. Now, after doing my research, there are major QC issues with this guy's legs. There are these huge stress marks going on. As you can see, the white stress mark right there. And it's even worse on this side. But look at the stress mark on that drop down thigh on the top part. That looks like it's about to freaking snap. I just don't get it, because Snake Eyes and the Red Ninjas use the same exact legs, and I have zero issues with any of the ones that I have. And this one, there's just a big issue, so I don't know if it's a different plastic that they used here. And I gotta be extra careful how I maneuver this guy. And then his legs do rock around. Oh, man, this is scary. You got the thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and you know, the Snake Eyes legs. That was not going to fail. Heel to the butt all the way. You got the boot swivel. Ankles move up that far, down that low, and you have the all-around ankle rockers. Now for some comparisons. Here is Firefly next to some G.I. Joe Classified Series Army builders. We have the Cobra Island Cobra Trooper and the Cobra Red Ninja. Here he is next to Cobra Commander and the Arctic Storm Shadow. Here he is next to Destro and Baroness. Here he is next to Beach Ho, Beachhead and Gung Ho. Here he is next to Duke and Roadblock. And finally, here he is next to Snake Eyes and Scarlet. Alright, and now to wrap things up, what's going to be my final verdict here? It's tough because I love the Firefly character so much, but the figure doesn't match the same love I have for the character. So starting from my usual scale rating of 1 to 10, I had to take a point off the bloated vest for the amount of hindering it causes on the articulation, another point for some of the poor design choices, and a point and a half for the terrible QC issues on the drop down pegs. Which results into me giving this a 6.5 out of 10, hit me up for the Cyber Monday sale rating. But we can't really do that since it's a Target exclusive and many are stuck paying scalper prices, right? Certainly Target and Hasbro has to get their shit together here to get more of these ordered and distributed so that everyone has a fair chance to get these. Seriously, it shows that the G.I. Joe marketing team of Hasbro had zero faith in this line being successful. They really did underestimate the popularity of this line, as it's been the hottest line since launch so far. Truth is, they don't even need Target soliciting, being that they own the rights to G.I. Joe. They literally have their own source in Hasbro posts if they want to make these exclusives. It would be smarter for them to sell them on there. So if I can just say 3 words to Hasbro and Target's collaboration, in the words of the Red Skull, you are failing! And that's facts from not learning last time. Besides the issues, the head sculpt is the winner and really saved this figure from me giving it a lower score. The paint on the camouflage pattern is spreading throughout nicely, and the amount of accessories we get with how to utilize them are a lot of fun, no doubt. Just wished he came with one of his signature weapons, which is a KEDR submachine gun. To really answer the question, is this figure worth the hype? No. The hype is making this figure severely overrated, and I'm here to call it down the middle as mediocre. It pains me to say this as I'm a huge Firefly fan, but the figure gave me some headaches with posing. Even while I was doing toy photography with the figure, I felt like I had more fun setting up the environment around him than I did with the actual figure. The posing was unpleasant at times. Also, with the backpack on top of the bloated vest, it makes the figure become top heavy and will present challenges for balancing. If you do happen to see it in stores or a friend finds it for you, I would still say get it. Unfortunately, it's one of those things where if you don't, chances are you won't see it again. If you never find it, then pray for a re-release or better yet, a better version overall. It's sad to say that the Jazzwares Fortnite Havoc figure looks more like Firefly than this actual Firefly. I'm still hoping that the looks grow on me some more. That'll maybe make me bump my rating to a 7, but I just don't see that happening. The flaws are already there. Just gotta now rely on or have faith in a better Firefly figure next time around. Again, I just hope this figure grows on me enough to like it just a little bit more. So now I kick it back to you all. What do you think of this Scalper exclusive Firefly? Do you have him already? What are your likes and dislikes? If you like him, then I'm super happy for you, as I always like to hear my fellow collectors happy. Comment below, let me know, we'll chat about it. That was my review. Please follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. Link is in the description below. Hit the notification bell so you always know when my latest videos are up. Share and subscribe if you're new. Enjoy the pics at the end of the video. See you on the next review. Peace, peace.